Hey Will, good evening. We are going to try this one more time to see if we can't get a panel video and have the cameras stay on, which we've just been not having very good luck with the GoPros. So hopefully this time this will be a winner. Hopefully it's not too dark. Seat belts turned around here so we can latch them. We'll get this camera fired up. That will be looking kind of at the panel and outside a little bit. And as soon as we just filled up with fuel, so that's why everything's so dark. We're going to be doing night currency tonight. So going flying on the night of the 4th of July. So I needed to do my 3 takeoffs and full stop landings. And so we're going to go ahead and get those done. So let's go ahead. We're going to shut the door, scoot our seat up until we are in place here. We're still recording. That one's still recording. Got a little bit of light now. Clear!
So hopefully everything is recording and doing what it needs to do, and we're not doing this all in vain. We're going to go ahead and shut this window. Let you see the new glare shield here and how well it lights everything up like you can't believe. So going through the instruments, they redid all the metal panel, and so we've got airspeed here. We've got a new turn and bank coordinator electric. We have a outside air temperature gauge and timer, super clock. That is over there. These are the new G5s. Existing altimeter was reused. New CDI, new vertical speed indicator. Engine gauge was existing, moved over from this side. Flap indicator existing, fuel gauges and oil temperature pressure existing. All this was existing, tachometer, amps, and Hobbs meter. So we're going to go ahead and get these guys okayed so they start finding their satellites. We are on our comm frequency, so we can hear that, and we'll go in and
automated weather observation.
Listen to ATIS real quick.
04 Zulu. Wind variable at 5 knots. Peak gusts 10 knots. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition clear below 12,000.
So we'll zoom in on this.
4 Celsius. Dew point 1 Celsius. Altimeter 2983.
Yeah, we have the card out. We just got this.
15.
We upgraded the 430 non-WAS and ended up putting in a 430 WAS so that these two could communicate with each other and do crossfill on them, and we'll be getting similar information so that we can do the LPV approaches even with this if something happens with the 530. So the data card that came with it was corrupted, and talked to Jeppesen, and they're like, yeah, something's wrong with it. It's like, yeah, you think? So unfortunately, since it was used, I had to buy a new card, and I think I'm going to be able to at least get the gentleman that I bought it from to come up with a new card. He said everything was working fine, which I don't doubt, but it's not working fine anymore. So because we have no GPS card, nav card in there, it's not going to find anything. So let's listen to...
Sky condition, clear, below 2000. Temperature, 4 Celsius. Dew point, 1
So let's
Celsius.
see,
Altimeter,
everything's
2,
lit up real well.
9er,
We'll
8,
turn
3
down
inches of mercury. Remarks, density altitude, 15
this, and
0,
we'll see how
0.
this camera's doing. That looks good. Turn that down a little bit more.
Automated weather observation, 0,
And I'm not paying
4,
attention to be
0,
able to set the
6
altimeters.
Zulu. Wind, 330 at 5 knots. Visibility, more than 10. Sky condition, clear, below 2000. Temperature, 4 Celsius. Dew point, 1 Celsius. Altimeter, 2983 inches of mercury. Remarks, density altitude,
2983.
1500.
2983. Okay, we'll lose that. And so wind's coming just about down the runway. It was coming down 2.5 earlier, and blowing like a son of a gun. Now it's kind of died down, so that's why I'm out here doing this. So, which will make a nice evening flight to be able to do this. So with the panel, we've got the new comm panel. That is a Garmin GMA 350. We got the new autopilot, which is just GFC 500, which is freaking amazing. Maybe we'll demonstrate that up over after we do our touch and goes. And then I've got a used 530 WAS. This is a 430 WAS. And then we've got the, I think it's the GTX 345 transponder that is ADS-B in and out. So, yeah, it's pretty stinking amazing. Oh, and it wants to download a business directory database, so we'll do that while we're taxiing. So panels all new. They ended up running the cables for the comm buttons and everything, trim and push to talk and ident and go around and everything right through the control columns. So that's kind of nice because there's no wire or anything hanging anymore, and it's nice and clean. And then they redid all the circuit breakers to pole type circuit breakers, and had them do the wig-wag landing lights, which I'll show you a little bit of a video I took and just kind of talk over that because it was so windy when I did it that the media that I shot in, I think either a GoPro or the Osmo, that it was so windy it was unusable. So, but I at least got the the footage recorded. So temperatures are coming up, so everything's even on all the cylinders right now. Outside air temperature is 76 degrees, and it's a nice Wednesday evening right before the 4th of July 2019. So, but very happy with the plane. Everything is working quite well. I do have to get the plane back up so that they can program the right stuff into the, so it can communicate on all the buses and stuff for the 530 WAS. But I've got to get a data card, nav data card in there that it is going to see so that the thing will work. So the obstacle card, avoidance card, terrain card, that was fine, but the other one was not. One of the things we got, which I'll turn up the light here real quick, this is the new glare shield from Avion over in Morgan Hill, California. And then we got the new Avion yokes that they put on, and these are cast. built in the trim control, push to talk. This is ident. That's ident, or go around. We're gonna have to, and then this is autopilot disconnect. On this one, the only thing we've got is just push to talk. And then we can, with the comm panel, we can do split comms, talk on comm 1 or 2, listen on comm 1 or 2, mic on comm 1, same, listen on the navs, music. I mean, it just freaking everything. So the autopilot is amazing. Maybe we'll play with that a little bit as well after we do our touch and goes. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the runway lights. So now we got those fired up and full on. So what we're going to do is grab the checklist here. The pre-flight was already done. So this is our before flight takeoff. We also have full-on red lights. So I'm going to see, let's turn this down. So now we've got full-on red. I don't know if that's going to show up very well on the cameras. Probably not. I can see it just fine, and once my eyes adjust, I'll be able to see it just fine. But it just, you know, it's red. So let's go ahead and turn this guy up a little bit. Auto dim with all of the stuff. So we should be automatically talking to our flight plan. Let's kind of look and make sure we'll do a 360 here. Make sure everything is clear. Landing lights are on. Waggy tips are on. But they're on steady. So you can see how far those LED lights reach out. And it's not even dark yet, but on the reflective paint for the runway, they are pretty stinking amazing. 4 RPMs are coming up. Producing power. Airspeed is alive. And full throttle. And we are up already because we got a little bit of a wind blowing. Yeah, I can feel it a little bit. We also had the vortex generators put on, and believe it or not, that's been a huge difference in controllability of the airplane when it is slowed down. Tracy traffic says 91 Mike is going left crosswind off at 30. Tracy, staying in the pattern. And it is bumpy up here. Oh yeah, baby. Holy smokes. Pull the throttle back. Goodness, man. Yeehaw. Cowboy time. Goodness. So we're up at 900 feet. Hope it's not like this tomorrow night. The young woman that I'm going with would not like this at all. Oh yeah, it's blowing pretty freaking good. Holy smokes. So we're gonna slow it down here. Trim at about 2,000 RPMs. We'll pull carb heat. We are abeam the numbers here, but the gauges and everything are just great. Can't believe how calm it was on the surface and just bouncing our butt all over the place up here. Okay, we're slowed down enough that we are going to go in and nail in some flaps. Slow us down a little bit more. We'll see how well the pappies are working. Tracy traffic, says 91 Mike is turning left base for 30, Tracy, full stop. We're getting pushed pretty good. just overshot the runway because we're getting pushed, so we're going to have to come back around. And Tracy traffic, S91 bike, overshot, and we are going around towards 25, Tracy, and setting up again for 30. And we'll bring the flaps up now. Let's go see what the windsock says. Tetrahedron is kind of showing one thing, and kind of a crosswind off at 2.5, and it's not really favoring 3.0. So the wind is just kind of all over the place tonight. So anyway, as we're taxiing, let's go ahead and turn this back up again. So they relabeled everything down here with all the circuit breakers, which was kind of nice, and you know, done a good job. There was a few little scrapes that we're going to have them fix on the powder coating. I just don't like how that's kind of happened, and I'm not sure why I have one yoke adapter horizontal and the other one vertical. I think there was something to do with something was in the way. I don't know. So, but not going to major in minors. But everything's working great. The autopilot works great. So maybe not be able to show that tonight with as bumpy as it is. If we got away from the hills, we might be able to play with that a little bit. But my mission for tonight is pre-takeoffs and full stop landing, so I can be current for tomorrow. Because I got one young lady that would be very disappointed if we couldn't do that. So So that is it. 3 takeoffs and landings. And it is dark. So we'll bring this up a little bit, turn off the red. Looks like I'm still recording on both cameras. Hopefully I've got frickin' audio. Hopefully. Jeez. So we'll have to get in and go through the operation of everything as soon as I can get this guy programmed, because that's really slick to see how they work on the crossfill. But this does all the nav waypoints. Let's see here. It'll also do traffic and obstacles, terrain, frequencies for your airports. Let's get back on the center line here on what everything is. So so it's pretty stinking handy. And then GPS. But I'm just very pleased with them. So maybe down the road we'll upgrade them into something new, get the Avidyne. I don't know. We'll see. I've got enough money invested in these. We're going to fly these for, I think, quite some time. So we're going to go park. We've got 35 minutes on the fuel tanks. So we're going up for about an hour tomorrow morning to take a friend for a ride. And then probably get some more fuel before tomorrow night. And pray that it's not windy like this, because that would be like unfun. And there we are. So hope you like that. If you did, like and subscribe. It's like we're trying to build a YouTube channel, and all of our content's not super duper sometimes, but try to do what we can. It's not epic. Some of it's storytelling, some of it's not. Some of it's just flying and having fun. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.